Verizon thinks they have a new growth market. What is it? Well, it's Wall Street. Tell us about that one. Greg Bensinger is here.
Hi.
This is pretty interesting to me. Verizon's going after Wall Street. Why don't you explain that to us?
Sure. Well, they're building a very high-speed network. It's between Chicago and New York to enable these high-frequency trades we've heard about, microseconds, fractions of a cent at issue, and you can execute millions of trades in seconds, literally. So it's for this type. Tries to automate things, and there's a big market for it. So Verizon's trying to take advantage of it with this.
Now, who's in this market right now? Because it seems like it's not the Verizons of the world, is it?
Well, it is Verizon in a sense. Verizon has a network like this already. They're upgrading it to make it much faster. They discovered that people want it faster, and you always got to be faster. Same in mobile too. But Verizon's sort of the big name that you recognize, but there's a bunch of smaller names that you and I haven't heard of. They're not household names. Because it's kind of a niche market, really. AT&T doesn't do this, for example. Verizon said, we'll take a risk and see if we can make some money doing it. So they're the big name.
Have they been making money doing it so far?
Well, it's small.
Do they break it out?
Yeah, they don't break it out. It wouldn't show up on their earnings report next week, and this week, rather. So it's something they're trying out. They hope they can capture this market. And we've seen that it's a big market. Bats is getting big.
And so I'm sure there are probably people at home watching this and saying, gee, I'd like to have a faster internet service. Is there any way that
Sure.
Verizon may bring either some of this technology or some of these offerings down to the consumer level?
Unlikely. This is for people who want to buy a big account and pay lots of money to execute trades like this. It's not really for the home consumer. If you want to pay for it, I'm sure they'll take your money. But this is not who they're
But you got to have
targeting.
Wall Street money.
Yeah.
Now, are there any risks involved in this? I mean, we saw very recently the Bats IPO was a total flame out. There's a lot of questions. There's doubts around tech. Flash crash. They're still trying to figure out. What are the sort of the downsides? Is Verizon concerned about any downsides of these networks?
Well, they don't let on that they do.
Yeah.
I think it's an incremental cost. They already have a network in place, and they say, why not make it more appealing? I don't get the sense that it's a huge cost for them yet. There's a chance that they won't catch on, and they won't get the customers they hope. But so they sort of have a plan to expand beyond Chicago, New York corridor, and maybe if it doesn't work, they don't do that.
Plus, more than half the trades that are on the exchanges now are considered high-frequency trades.
Yeah.
People who are looking to make
Right.
money just by getting the right tick of the stock at the right moment, milliseconds before others. So, that seems to be a very viable market and one that's not going away and probably will grow over time.
It's a serious change in the market. I understand that. Do they have anything to do in terms of the co-location? I know that's a big deal, right? Where the firms have their computers in the same room as the exchanges. How does that all work? Because
Well,
it seems like you're talking about a Chicago to New York thing,
Sure.
and a lot of the high frequency thing, as I understand it, is basically they're trying to have it in the same room. Is it all tied into that?
Well, they're trying to. It's not really. They're trying to trade between these two markets, and those happen to be places where there's a lot of these trades done. Kansas City will be the next one.
Yeah.
It's not so much
Where
the
Bats
co-location
is,
thing.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They hope to sort of bring in these two big markets. There's the derivatives trading and also commodities and commodities futures and.
Right, all the stuff that's in
I
Chicago.
think, like Spencer, Greg just shot down another one of your theories.
I know, I'm getting totally shut down. It's all right, you can do it. You won't be the first person, you won't be the last. But you know what, in the long run, I'm usually right. All right, Greg Bensinger, thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
I'm going to talk to you soon.